sometimes it's like a gentle correcting some misinformation that people have when they think they know, or they're, worst case scenario, someone's kind of a know-it-all, and we love them too, but they'll say, what you do is this and this and this, and we have to say, well, let's see, sir, it's actually, did any of those come to mind for you, those correcting of?
Sure. So we can be like the funeral myth busters here.
Yeah.
Without the experiments. Yeah. I think a few of these that come to mind come with stories from past, right?
Yeah.
My great uncle worked at a funeral home years ago, and he went to the hospital, picked up a deceased, and was going back, and they sat up.
Oh, the classic sitting up story. Yeah.
The sitting up story. Yeah.
So how do you deal with that? Like, because usually it's a special sacred story they've told for years.
And you're just gonna crush that one.
I know. Yeah.
Stick a pin in your bubble. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Sorry. So, yeah. No, that's,
what do you do?
Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. No.
Right.
No. Have you? I try to bring it back to, did you have a pet that passed away?
Right. Yeah.
Did it get up and start running? Did it move? Did it? No, pretty much just was there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, you try and do it lovingly, but
sure.
That's one. Couple others are, you're going to have to give them a haircut before the visitation because their hair keeps growing.
Oh, yeah. And the nails too.
And the nails, yes.
Hair and nail, yeah, for sure. Classic. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always chalk it up to, most people don't want to talk about death anyway. So I think in little kind of lucid moments, they sort of hear a story or get something that they're taking as a fact, and they kind of quickly file it away in their funeral or death file, and they don't really look into it. And so that their death file is full of a bunch of, things that aren't necessarily true, like the sitting up story or the nails. They heard that once on A&E or something like that. And then they kind of say it to someone like us that know the truth. And we have to lovingly say, well, part of your file is corrupted, to put it in those kind of terms. The sitting up file, the sitting up story, I can't count how many times I've heard that. And sometimes it's in the most genuine telling of it. It's always a cousin's ex-girlfriend's neighbor, and she was so like, she will never go back in a funeral home ever again because of this story. And thinking like, wow, I usually will say, depending on how the story is given, I'll say, that's incredible. I in all my years, I have never heard of someone doing that. So that's really rare. Sometimes that gets them going like, oh, you've never heard of this? Like, no. And sometimes how far down the expert trail they are, they'll say like, oh, well, you probably just haven't been around enough. Like, well, no, that's not the answer. The answer is deceased people do not sit up ever, kind of thing. I have people, because embalming is a mysterious procedure for most people. Embalming, people have heard of, like, the ancient Egyptians were embalmed, and it's some kind of post-mortem surgery, so it's mysterious. So I've had many people over the years say, well, do you have to take out all of dad's organs to do the embalming? Or, will he still look the same? Or just like mysteries, or an autopsy, even more so. Yes. People have all these ideas about an autopsy is just a light touch. So often the correction of sort of like you said, kind of lovingly saying, well, of course, yeah, with embalming, it is a very specific procedure, but no organs are ever removed during embalming. But then the opposite being true, someone that thinks that an autopsy is a light touch, saying no, autopsy is the radical thing that maybe you've heard of, where all the organs are literally removed, and people. So and
if people knew kind of the difference between even going into the hospital for an operation and what embalming is really less invasive than
sure,
than an operation.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. You ever have anyone ask you, um, when you're embalming, where does all the stuff go? Where does all the blood go? Does it go to a special truck that shows up, or you ever have people ask you about where does all the blood go? Once they realize that we're displacing all of the blood, so
Mhm.
where does it go?
Yeah, that's a big question. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, easy answer. It goes into the sewer system,
Right, right.
and people are totally shocked when they hear that. But um, my response back is people go to the washroom
Yeah,
all day long.
that's
All
right.
of that goes
Yeah,
right.
any surgery at a hospital,
Yeah,
yeah,
that gets washed down.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen those eyes for like down the suit. Like, yeah, it does. It's extremely diluted and whatever else. But I think
Mhm.
there's so many little facets of what we do are a mystery to people. I like to think that people are catching the feel of these videos that we want to better inform people. We want to like pull back the curtains in a respectful way, and that
Yeah.
what we do is vital. And but yeah, it's very very specific what we do in our trade.